table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, that is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces, and then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know, that was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, The Definition of Man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Top Soil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo, we are here. We are here. What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. We are here. The game is going to be so heavy, y'all already know. Shout out to my lovely, lovely lady, April MC in the building. Shout out to April MC in the building. Shout out to Money Mitch, Monogamous Player. Armani Nelson in the building. AJ Lino in the building. Steve-O Baby. G. Them Arduro is in the building. Shout out to Blastomatic. What's popping with you? Nick Morrison in the building. Copy paste Chris. Rob Marine. What's going on? June Sports in the building. Nate the Noble. GV1773 is up in here. Created First is up in here. What's popping? Golden Binda. Coffee Brown is up in the building. Ludway is up in the building. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to I'm Really Jigga is up in the building. What's going on? Joe Blast in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Joe Blast. Shout out to Kobe Lean is up in the building. Shout out to Joe Splack. What's going on? DHBD was good. Tristan was good. Man, we got a lot of people up in here. Storm Rich, what's popping with your man? So, shout out to Joe Blast. Said that the expectations video was fire. Appreciate you guys. Go on my on Locario Motivation channel or go to my Instagram. And I posted up a video titled, I made this huge mistake my entire life. And I was basically talking about, having expectations of people and how you should never expect anyone to do anything for you. And I'm telling you, it'll change your life. So if you're out here right now frustrated, it's usually because you are expecting certain things. You have a certain attachment to certain people and circumstances and situations. So make sure you guys go to Locario Motivation. And that's where we also do the Money Game Show every Monday. So make sure that you guys check that out because it's fire. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into all of that, y'all already know what we got to do. Y'all already know. So first of all, let's go to CunninghamElements.com to get the Masculine Identity Parfum, get the soap and the shea butter. And all you got to do is go to CunninghamElements.com. You feel me? Just go to CunninghamElements.com to get that cracking. www.CunninghamElements.com to get that going right now so that you guys can get it cracking. And also make sure that you guys go to shoplocario.com. Make sure you guys do that. Get on this online dating consultation. I'm telling y'all, because when you guys are on the online dating consultation, you guys are going to get the game on what type of pictures to take and which pictures to post up. You're going to also learn how to fix your bio. We're going to do that in the call, and we're going to teach you how to send the messages. So we're going to get you guys some messages that you can actually just copy and paste once you match with the girl. Just copy and paste the message, get the date going, get the hookup going. It's really, really simple, guys. If you guys are not getting on this online dating consultation, I don't know what to tell you. Also, make sure you guys get the massive game collection. Make sure you guys get that shit going. 24 products for one low price. Go to shoplocario.com. Listen, if you get this massive game collection, you're damn near getting all my products. It's damn near all of them. You understand what I'm saying? So make sure you guys go get that. Also, make sure you guys go get the massive game collection. I mean, the master of the vetting process. My bad. But also get the massive game collection. So you guys can do that and get that cracking. Go to shoplocario.com to get that going. Also, make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com. Make sure you do that and get that going. Just do it. So that you guys can get on the Zoom calls with Miles every Monday. So make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com so that you can get that going. And also make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com, because on the Bad Boy Membership right now, we got the new program, 10 Hidden Habits That Make You Less Attractive. You feel what I'm saying? And how to break those habits. So make sure you guys do that. And the one we had before that was Master Sexual Conversations, 5 ways to get comfortable talking to women, talking sexually with women. And before that, we had 5 advanced ways to build sexual tension. And on the membership, we have a lot more stuff. Like, for example, how to attract women who will give you gifts and money on the Bad Boy Membership, how to train yourself in 90 days to attract and maintain women on the Bad Boy Membership. Also, how to sleep with women in less than an hour on the goddamn Bad Boy Membership. I'm telling you, we got more. Check this out. The 7 stages of a long-term relationship on the Bad Boy Membership. How to avoid making mistakes that will make you lose your woman on the Bad Boy Membership. Also, this one right here, 15 ways to open a conversation with women on the Bad Boy Membership. So I teach you 15 ways where you can just go up to the girl, say this opening line, and then you can start the conversations. It's real simple. Also, on the Bad Boy Membership, no second dates, 10 signs the first date should be the last. Also, rules for giving women your time and attention on the Bad Boy Membership, first dates that lead to sexual attraction on the Bad Boy Membership, and much, much more. You feel what I'm saying? On the Bad Boy Membership. So guys, if you're not on the Bad Boy Membership, you're missing all that game. All that game. And that's just like, I just showed you like maybe 8 to 10. I'm telling you, there are hundreds of programs on the Bad Boy Membership, step by step, that'll teach you guys how to step up your game and get shit going. All right. Also, make sure that you guys go to this website right here, because this website right here, you know what I'm saying? The Bad Boy Show, man. This website right here. If you guys are not tuned into, the Bad Boy Show, you're fucking up. You're fucking up. So if you're not tuned into the Bad Boy Show, you are fucking up. You need to get on this Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. Locario, patreon.com/Mr. Locario, because the last joint we put on the Bad Boy Membership is why women have to share you when you have games. Shout out to Kay Zaggin. You know what I'm saying? That's the latest program we just dropped on the Bad Boy Show. And check this out. See, we have exclusive stuff on the Patreon. This exclusive joint right here, 3 ways to get sex within 24 hours. 3 ways to get sex within 24 hours on the freaking Patreon right now. I think that might be on the $20 tier, if I'm not mistaken. It could be the $50 tier. I don't know, but it'll tell you once you get there. But you guys can check this out. 3 ways to get sex with women within 24 hours. Listen, understand, man. Like, at the risk of sounding very arrogant and very conceited and cocky, I just gotta say this. I'm him. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm him. I got the information that you guys need to get shit cracking. You feel what I'm saying? So today's show, and guys, if you want to call it, oh yeah, my glasses right here. Shout out to EENY Eyewear, because, you know, and shout out to them. I got these glasses from them. So make sure you guys check them out on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. They're not even paying for me to promote this, but I appreciate the hustle. I see this young lady hustling out in the streets of New York selling these glasses. So shout out to her. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to her. We paying it forward out here. You feel what I'm saying? We paying it forward. So check her out on Instagram, EENY Eyewear on Instagram, so you guys can, you know, get these fire glasses. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, so let's get into this game, man. Let's get into this goddamn game, okay? So we're talking about 5 types of women you should never date, okay? 5 types of women that you should never date. And now, what you got to understand is that what I'm about to talk about is pertaining to how women are responding to you, right? So I'm not going to be talking about no goofy shit that you guys heard in like red pill spaces, like, well, if she has a lot of tattoos, don't date her. Or if she has a high body count, don't date her. Or if she's, you know, still in love with her ex, don't date her. I'm not going to tell you any of that goofy shit, because all that shit is goofy. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm going to be telling you is to pay attention to how a woman is responding to you and interacting with you, which should tell you if you should date her or not. And these are the 5 types of women that you should never date. You feel what I'm saying? So we're going to go 1 through 5. And I'm going to talk about the most obvious one that should be very obvious first. You feel what I'm saying? So let's jump into this. And guys, if you want to call up, the call-in number is 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. And if you have a question, put a Q in the chat. We'll get to your questions at the end. And if you want to call in, $5 per question, $10 per story. And remember, guys, in 2026, the donation price is going up to $10 per question, $20 per story. So make sure you guys get it in now so that, you know, we could get this shit cracking. Now, let's get into number 1. So the first type of woman you should never date, and this should be obvious already if you've ever listened to me ever in life, is you should never date a woman who doesn't follow your lead. You understand what I'm saying? Never date a woman who doesn't follow your lead, right? So what happens is this, right? And when I say never date a woman who doesn't follow your lead, I'm talking about in all aspects, in every single particular situation. If she's not following your lead, don't date her. So for example, if you tell a woman, right, let's say on a dating app, because, you know, we teaching you guys how to holler at chicks on dating apps, right? Let's just say, for example, on a dating app, you tell a woman, hey, here's my number, text me. And then she sends her number in the app instead of just texting you, don't date her. You understand what I'm saying? If you are talking to a woman, right, and you're at a bar, and let's say the bar is like loud or something like that, you're trying to talk to her, and you say, hey, let's go back there in the backyard part because it's quieter, we could talk. And she's like, well, actually, you know, I would rather just stay here. Don't date her. You understand what I'm saying? Don't do it. If you tell a woman, hey, you know, come by my place so we can, you know, get it cracking. We can do this and that at my place. We're going to hook up. We're going to have some fun, you know, and make it go down. And she's like, oh, but, you know, I feel like I just need to get to know you more and all. Nope. Don't date her. You understand what I'm saying? Do not date her. See, the thing you got to understand is in that every situation, you want a woman who's going to follow your lead. Because if you're dealing with a woman who is not following your lead, what happens is that there's going to be a situation that you and that woman are in if you are dating, where she's supposed to listen to you and she's not. And she's not going to listen to you because you've allowed her to not listen to you at the beginning. You understand? So let's say, for example, and this is like an extreme example, but something like this could happen. You guys, let's say you've been seeing this girl for like, you know, 4 or 5 months and shit. And y'all go out to eat, and this woman is sitting at the in a restaurant with you. Somebody comes to the restaurant and pulls out a gun, and you can see because you're facing the door. And somebody pulls out a gun and you tell her, yo, duck. And she's like, well, I got a duck for. And you like, bitch, you better duck down right now. She's like, but I don't, why do you want me to duck? I don't understand. Like I don't want to get my clothes dirty. So now this chick gets shot in the head because she don't want to duck. And see, the reason why y'all having that back and forth is because when y'all first met, she already wasn't listening to what you were saying. She wasn't following your lead. She wasn't following your instructions. See, that's how crazy the shit can get. Because you only want to deal with a woman who's following your lead, because there's situations where if she's not following your lead, it could cost you not only your life, but her life also in certain situations, right? But the thing is that what happens is a woman might say, well, I don't really know him like that. I'm not comfortable with that and blah, 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 which is fine. She can say that. But if she feels that way, then that's the woman you shouldn't be dating. You understand? So in all the situations, she should be following your lead in all situations. So, for example, again, if you met a girl or matched with a girl on a dating app, right, and you tell her to text you, you give her your number, hey, text me here. Let's talk on here because I don't want to do the back and forth on the app. Here's my number. Text me right now. All you should see that should pop up on your phone in your text is her saying, hey, this is Julie or this is Samantha, whoever the fuck her name is. And that's all you should see. You understand? Then you say, hey, let's meet at so-and-so at this time. She says, sounds good. And then you meet her at that time and she meets you there. She's doing what you say. She's following your lead. So whenever a woman's not following the lead, you should not be dating her at all. I don't care how hot she is. I don't care she's a baddie. None of that shit. As soon as you see that, you have to make sure that she's gone. You understand? It's a wrap. It's over. You see what I mean? So the problem is that a lot of guys, unfortunately, because they want pussy so bad, they'll ignore the fact that the woman isn't following their lead, right? So, for example, let's say you talk to some chick, in the street or whatever, and y'all exchange information, and then you tell her to meet you in your neighborhood for a drink on Friday, and she says, well, actually, could you meet me uptown instead of me meeting you there? Or, hey, meet me in my neighborhood instead. No, you stop talking to her. You do not date that woman. You understand what I'm saying? She has to follow your lead in every fucking situation, in every moment. It's really that simple, right? So that's the simplest thing. But again, you guys have to be very, very aware, because I'm telling you, there are going to be women that you're physically attracted to who are not going to follow your lead. And they're going to be like, well, I know that I shouldn't fuck with this girl because she's not following my lead, but maybe she's a little different. Maybe it's not going to be a big deal this time. Maybe it's not that serious, but she looks good. She's a baddie though. She's the baddest chick that I've talked to in a while. Fuck. All right. Okay. So I'm telling her to meet me here, but she's telling me she don't want to come all the way to where I'm at, but she says she's willing to meet me in the middle. I mean, she's a baddie though, so maybe I should just meet her in the middle. And that's what most average dudes would do. They'll meet her in the middle. Why? Because they're chasing the pussy. And they give a fuck about pussy more than they give a fuck about themselves. Because remember, if she's not following your lead, what she's essentially saying is that she don't respect you enough to follow it. She's not attracted to you enough to follow it. You see what I'm saying? And so this is why you should never date that woman. Why would you want to date a chick? Why would you want to be involved in a situation with a woman who refuses to follow your lead, to basically say, I am with where you're going? Right? So that's number one. Number one is that you should never date a woman who doesn't follow your lead. Now, let's move on to number two. Now, number two is something that a lot of guys, don't really pay attention to or are not aware of, or when it happens, they don't think it's a big deal. But it's actually a big deal, and you should never date a woman if this happens. So the second thing we have on the list is never date a woman who tells you how to date her. Never date a woman who tells you how to date her. And not only tells you how to date her, never date a woman who tells you how to speak to her, or how to approach her or how to get it. Anything a woman is telling you how to do when it comes to interacting with her, you never date that woman. I'll give you a perfect example. You know, I think Miles talked about this where he was at the gym and he talked to some girl at the gym. This is like years ago where he was at some spot, like it was like a, I think it was like a, one of those community gyms, whatever. But anyway, he's talking to the girl and he basically told her like, hey, you know, we should get together and hook up and have sex or whatever, right? And so she declined it. So then he said the next day he saw her at the gym and then she rolls up on him talking about, hey, you shouldn't have talked to me that way. This is how you're supposed to talk to a woman. Right? Now, in that particular situation, nothing was going to happen anyway because she declined the thing. But even though she declined it, the next day she felt as if she had to tell him how he's supposed to speak to her. You understand? And so when you're in situations, when you're dealing with women, women will sometimes try to tell you how you should date them. They'll say shit like, oh, you know, well, this is not how you treat a lady. You treat a lady like this. You got to take a woman on a proper date. This is what you should be doing. So you telling a girl, hey, let's meet for drinks. She's like, no, well, listen, you're supposed to treat a woman like this. You're supposed to, you know, take me out to dinner or whatever the fuck. She's telling you how to date her. Right? Never, ever date a woman like that. Right? I remember I had a situation where, you know, I was talking to this chick and like I invited her to my spot once to hook up. And then she was talking about, oh, how come you don't have such and such for me to drink? And how come you don't? And I'm like, what? I was like, excuse me, how come what? And so she's like, yeah, she's like, yeah, Mr. Dating Coach, aren't you supposed to have this and this for a woman? I'm like, I ain't gotta have shit for you. All I got here is dick for you. What the fuck you mean I'm supposed to have this and this and that? You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times what will happen is chicks will basically tell you how you're supposed to date them, right? Because they feel entitled to a certain type of situation. And whenever you hear a woman talk like that or say anything where she is expecting you to say, you know, to do a certain thing or do it a certain way, you need to not date that chick. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why you should never date that woman is because what happens is that she is in a situation where she feels as if, right, you're supposed to be making shit about her. You understand? You're supposed to be waiting on her. You're supposed to be doing shit for her, right? And that's already a red flag because what happens is that in her mind, she feels like she's entitled to a certain type of treatment from you. You understand? Or she feels like she's entitled to a certain type of treatment just in general. And so she's telling you how you're supposed to be for her, right? Imagine that. Imagine a woman telling you how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to be as a man. No, we're done. We're finished. That's over. You understand what I'm saying? That's over. Now, the thing is this, when a chick says those things, you don't need to take her seriously. Like, don't really get all, in your feelings or feel some type of way or whatever. You don't need to take her seriously, right? You just laugh in your mind like this chick she on some stupid shit. But what happens is that after that moment is over, you got to keep that shit pushing. Don't really take her seriously because again, if you are continuing to date this woman, right? She's going to tell you more things that she thinks that you're supposed to do. You understand? This is why you see guys in relationships and their woman is almost like their mom. You understand what I'm saying? You see chicks like fucking telling their man, oh, what they should be eating, how they supposed to be dressing, what they should be doing for the day and all this other shit. Right? And so the reason why that happens is because when they first met their chick, the chick was telling them how they're supposed to act towards her. She's dictating how he's supposed to be towards her. And understand a lot of times what happens is when women are doing this, right? Low key, and this is the disrespectful part. Low key, when women do this, is very condescending, and they're doing it in a sense that they don't really respect you as a man, or they think that they are in some form or fashion smarter than you. You understand? They think they're more intelligent. Like, look at this dumb little man. He doesn't even know how he's supposed to treat a lady. Oh, look at him. Let me teach this little ignorant man how to treat a lady, because he doesn't know. He's just a little ignorant man. He doesn't know how to treat a woman. So I got to teach this fool how to treat me and how to, come at me, and because, I know my worth as a woman. So I have to teach this man how to treat a lady like me. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to get rid of those chicks immediately. Immediately. All right. So that's number 2. Now, let's move on to number 3. The third type of woman you should never date. And guys, you want to call up? Call-in number is 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300. So let's move on to number 3. So number 3, the third type of woman you should never date, and we could get into this like in so many different aspects. The third type of woman you should never date is a woman who makes sex an issue. Okay? Never dates a woman who makes sex an issue in any type of situation, making sex an issue. So for example, you have women who will shame you when you try to build sexual tension, flirt with them, and make things sexual. They're like, oh, why are you talking like that? I'm not that type of girl. We got to get to know each other more, blah, blah, blah. Don't date that woman. You have women who are wishy-washy about sex, meaning that a woman in one moment, she's like kind of all up on you. And then the next moment she's pushing you away. Then the next moment she want to be all up on you. Then the next moment she don't want to do it. Like if a chick is doing that, you need to stop fucking with her immediately. Like as soon as the chick resists, we're done. Like don't go back and forth with these women. But those are the women who are making sex an issue. You understand? Or you have women who will, talk to naive guys talking about, well, I don't have sex until I'm in a relationship. All that bullshit, right? Making sex an issue. A woman talking about, oh, let's wait. I don't know. Let's do this. No. Anytime when a woman is making sex an issue, you should not date her. Remember, she's making sex an issue for you. You understand? That means that woman isn't sexually attracted to you. It's that simple. See, the biggest lie a woman can tell you is, I'm not like that. No, the truth is, she's not like that with you. So, if she's not like that with you, what is that saying? That's saying she's not sexually attracted to you, right? So now, if she's not sexually attracted to you, let's do the math. She's here and you're here. So her not being sexually attracted to you equals you shouldn't fuck with her. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, there is no such thing as I got to get to know you more. There's no such thing as I'm not that type of girl. There's no such thing as, I just wait. None of that. There's no such thing. She just don't like you like that. She's not sexually attracted to you. You understand? See, there's a thing called one night stands for a reason. There's situations that happen where you have relationships where people had sex on the first date, right? This is why you have things called casual sex and casual dating, because the woman found a guy that she wanted to have sex with. She found the guy that she wanted to have sex with. Now, isn't it funny she didn't have to get to know him? Isn't it funny that she didn't have to wait with him? Isn't it interesting that she didn't need to have a emotional connection with that guy she fucked in the bathroom at the club that she met 45 minutes ago? Isn't that interesting? How all the things that she said she needed with you, she didn't need with the other guy, right? So therefore, what she's basically saying is, I'm not sexually attracted to you. Therefore, you should never date a chick like that. It's really simple. Like, that's the easiest way to know if you need to charge a chick to the game. Locario, how should I know if I should charge a chick to the game and never call her again and never talk to her again? Oh, simple. All you have to do is flirt with her and try to build sexual tension. If she's not trying to flirt back with you or she's not trying to do anything sexual with you, drop her ass. She's wasting your time. She's wasting your time. See, think about it this way. Let's just say, for sake of argument, let's just hypothetically, right? Let's hypothetically a woman, let's just say she really is not like that. Let's say she really has to get to know you more. Let's say she really has to have an emotional connection before sex can happen. Let's just say that was actually a fact, but we all know it's bullshit. But let's just play this game real quick. Let's say that it was a fact that this woman couldn't have sex unless she has an emotional connection to you. Let's say it was a fact that this woman can't have sex with you because she's not the type of girl, right? Let's just say this woman can't have sex for any of those reasons, and it was just a fact, right? Now, the question is, what would you do, right? This is the thing. If it was a fact that she actually couldn't have sex for any of those reasons of, I need to get to know you, I need an emotional connection, all these other stuff. If that was a fact, it still wouldn't matter. You know why? Because none of that is your problem. None of it. None of that is your problem. So if that's the case, right? You want to have sex, but she is like, I can't have sex because of this. Okay, well, cool. Listen, it was nice knowing you. You have a good life. Right? It's still not your problem. So a lot of times what guys do is that they believe that women, they're talking to a woman, they're like, oh, but Locario, she's not like the rest, man. She's not one of these 304s. She's not a whore. She likes to get to know guys. So how about I just like wait around and get to know her? And she's not like one of these stats, bro. She's like wifey, man. Look at how hot she is. Look at how beautiful she is. She just likes to wait and get to know a guy. I'm glad that she's not like one of these stats out here, man. I'm not, I don't want to wife up a hoe, right? So the fact that she's making me wait, that's a good thing because it's showing that she's not a hoe, right? And so what happens is women get you to believe this, then you end up dating them, wasting your fucking time. And what I'm telling you is that at the first sign of a woman showing that she is not sexually attracted to you because she's not trying to do anything sexual with you, you need to drop her ass immediately. Immediately. Again, do it nicely though. You understand? Always try to listen. If you are talking to a woman and let's say you're trying to be sexual with her and she's giving you the excuses, I'm not that type of girl, I got to get to know you, I got to be emotionally connected, blah, 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 whatever. She's telling you all this shit. Just be nice to her. Just say, hey, you know what? I respect that you feel that way. And, I just feel like me and you, we just don't have this connection. So how about we do this? How about, we just be friends, it was nice meeting you, nice going out with you. But I just feel like we want two different things, right? I'll walk you to your car. There's no problem. I'll walk you to your car. You give her a nice hug. Even what, you say, hey, listen, when you get home, give me a text. Just let me know you got home safe, right? Just do that. Or you can just let her know, hey, like give her the candle in the wind if you want to. right? Because let's say y'all are kissing, you're getting hot and heavy, but she's like, oh, I don't know about doing it right now. And you say, hey, listen. Hey, that is okay. I respect that. And listen, I'm going to walk you to your car. We'll just end this for tonight. But listen, I really, really want this to happen between me and you. So the next time we get together, right? Or if we want to, get together, next time, just hit me up and we'll continue where we left off. Right? And then if she hits you up, you just say, hey, come over to the spot and we're going to continue where we left off. We're going to do this thing. We're going to have sex. We're going to hook up. And if she says, oh, well, I thought we were just going to like hang out and get to know each other more. Right? You say, hey, look, listen, I get it. That's okay. I just feel like me and you want two different things. You have a good life. And that's it. Just be very nice about it. You understand what I'm saying? Be nice about it. Right? So either you end it there or you let her know that she has one more chance to come through and get this dick, and that's it. And if she ain't trying to get it cracking that time, then you let her go. Now, what could happen also in certain situations is, let's say you give the woman the opportunity to get the dick. She comes over agreeing to get the dick. She gets to your place, and now she changed her mind about getting the dick. Right? You do the same thing. You're very polite. Hey, listen, you know what, girl, that is all good. Listen, we ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to do nothing. It's okay, girl. Listen, I'm glad you came over, but look, I'm going to walk you to your car. You walk her to her car. You give her a big hug. You say, hey, listen, when you get home, text me. Let me know you got home safe. So then she texts you. And then she lets you know, oh, I got home. And you say, hey, listen, it was really good seeing you. But, it looks like we're just on two different pages. Like, I just don't feel that connection between us. So it's been fun, but good luck. That's it. That's it. Be very, very nice when you're letting these women go. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't get butthurt. Don't start acting all upset and screaming. No. Be very, very nice when you're letting these women go, right? Because this is the thing. The reason why it's important to let women go when they don't want to have sex with you or they're not highly sexually attracted to you is because, one, you eliminate her wasting your time and you eliminate her wasting her time. Let's break this down real quick. See, when a woman is not highly sexually attracted to you, she's wasting her time. And she's wasting your time. So you, as the man, as the leader, you have to end it. Why? So that she doesn't waste her time and you don't waste your time. Because when you end it, you give her the space to find a man who she actually wants to fuck. And you give your time, you give yourself space to bring in a new woman who is sexually attracted to you the same way you're sexually attracted to her. You see what I'm saying? See, you got to understand that women think that they're not wasting time because they're getting your attention. But what happens is they're actually wasting their time because they don't really like you like that. So even though they're getting the attention, at some point, they're going to get tired and frustrated with just getting the attention because they're not really, really feeling you. So what you're doing is you're eliminating the situation as soon as possible so that she gets more time to find the guy she wants and you get more time to find the woman you want. You understand? You said your favorite line is, I don't want to waste your time or mine, so let's just leave this here. Exactly. Now, let's move on to number 4. So we're to the 4th type of woman you should never date. Now, this one, you should never. You need to stop this shit immediately. Okay? So now, the 4th type of woman you should never date is women who don't listen when you tell them to stop doing something. Okay? Women who don't listen when you tell them to stop doing something. Now, how does this look? So what you got to understand is that when a woman meets you, right, she doesn't really know you like that. She doesn't know you on a personal level. So sometimes women may do things that you don't like. And then you're going to have to tell them you don't like it. And hey, I don't want you to do this anymore. I don't really enjoy this type of thing you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? You said you feel like that's directed. Nah, we're not talking about that. This is the thing. I'm going to explain it. So what happens is, like, for example, let's say you match with a girl on a dating app or some shit, right? And it's Monday. It's a Monday evening. You match with a girl and you said, hey, let's meet up Saturday evening because that's when you're free. And she says, yeah, that sounds good, right? And now after, she confirmed, like, let's go and, she wants to go on a date, she keeps texting you. So she texts you Tuesday morning, she texts you Tuesday afternoon, and she's texting you Tuesday night. And then you say, listen, hey, really looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, but I'm pretty busy, so I can't really be texting during the week, right? So I'll just see you Saturday. Looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. So you're telling her, hey, look, I don't want to be doing all this texting back and forth, but I'll see you Saturday. Then guess what happens? She texts you Wednesday, and you're like, God damn it. You're like, didn't I just tell this chick that I can't be doing the back and forth texting? I told her to stop, and now she's continuing to do this. I'm gonna have to charge it to the game because I'm telling her to not do it, and she still does it. Now, why do women do this? See, the reason why women do this is because before they met you, they were dealing with other guys who just kind of let them do whatever, or they had no structure in the situation. So the woman just like does the thing, right? It could be in any other situation. Let's say you are in a situation where you tell a chick to come to your crib, right? And you tell her, hey, listen, don't go in that room. And then you go to the bathroom, you come out the bathroom and you see her in the goddamn room. And you're like, hey, listen, get out there. I told you not to go in that. Why are you in that room? Oh, well, I just really wanted to look at this painting. It looks so cool. Right? So you told her, don't go in the room. And then she goes in the goddamn room. Right? She's not listening. You understand? And not only that, what will happen is that let's say you tell her not to go in the room. She goes in the room. She comes out after you tell her to come out. And then later on, 10, 15 minutes later, she goes back in the room again. So you done told her to stop going in that room and she goes in the room again. Oh, but okay. I'm sorry. I thought I left something in there or this other thing. You understand what I'm saying? So you tell a woman to stop doing something, and then she continues to do it. Exactly. She's hard-headed. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the reason why you don't want to date women like this is because what happens is that if they are not listening to when you say stop, that means there's other things that you're going to set in place that she's going to completely ignore. And she's just going to do whatever she wants. And the thing is, you don't want a woman who ignores what you're talking about or saying and then just does whatever she wants, because that can be dangerous for you. You understand what I'm saying? So she'll try to make it like it's not a big deal. So let's say you tell that girl, hey, listen, I'm not really trying to text you back and forth during the week. I'm pretty busy. And then she'll say but so you don't want to talk? You don't want to get to know me? You don't want to what's wrong with you? You don't want to have a conversation, right? And so she'll make it seem like there's something wrong with you for having the way you want to do shit. And then this is her justification for not listening to you. Oh, you don't what, you don't want to talk to me before you meet up and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to talk to you. And no, if I wanted to talk to you, then I wouldn't have said, let's meet up on Saturday. And I don't want to talk during the week. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's like they'll come up with this thing where they try to flip it on you like, oh, there's something wrong with you for not doing it the way she wants it to be done. But again, if you run into these type of chicks, you need to stop fucking with them immediately. Immediately. You understand what I'm saying? Now, let's move on to the fifth type of woman you should never date. So the last thing we got on the list, right? Because there's a whole lot more. I just chose 5 today, but we could do a part 2 to this. But the fifth type of woman that you should never date are women, and this is so bad, are women who ask you for money. Women who ask you for money. Nigga. If a woman asks you for money, listen, this is what you do. You go to your phone and you go to her the text thread or her number and you block her ass. You understand what I'm saying? You block her ass. A woman should not be asking you for money. You understand what I'm saying? Especially a woman you just met. The fuck okay, guys. So what will happen is some of you guys will be talking to these women and they'll say, oh, well, can you cash at me like $20 or $50? I want to, I need to get my hair done because I want to look sexy for our date. Right? Or you're talking to the woman on the phone because she want to talk before the date. And she's asking, can she hold something? Or, hey, can I get this? Or can you pay for this? Or can you listen, a woman should not be asking you for money. You understand? If a woman asks you for money, especially y'all just met, no, this is not your girl. This is not your wife. She should not be asking you for money. And even when a chick is your girl and wife, she still really shouldn't be asking you for money. You understand what I'm saying? See, you can give your girl money, you can give your wife money, but the thing is that if the woman is asking you for money, especially a chick you just met, that's insane. You understand what I'm saying? And you need to stop talking to her immediately. You know what I'm saying? So even if listen, this is the type of chick where, if you're talking to her on the phone and she asking you for money, you should be like, hey, listen, nah, I don't really do that money thing. And again, get off the phone nicely. Hey, listen, I just feel like we're looking for 2 different things, but I wish you the best of luck though. And then you get off the phone and block her ass. You understand what I'm saying? If a chick is telling you to pay her rent, buy her some shit, you stop talking to her immediately. You understand? If you are, and see, this is the thing. Women will ask for money directly and sometimes indirectly. So even if she's asking for money indirectly, you still shouldn't be fucking with her. So meaning, let's say you say to a girl, let's go get drinks. And she says, oh, I would actually prefer dinner. And, I want to send you some, places that I really, really like to go to. You understand what I'm saying? So in those situations, he's indirectly asking you for money because she wants you to take her out, spend your dime on her, at this restaurant. You understand what I'm saying? Or let's say you say, hey, let's meet up to, for drinks or whatever it is like that. And she says, oh, well, can you get me an Uber? You understand? She's asking you to pay for her Uber to come to the date. You understand what I'm saying? So you listen, when a chick asks you for money, just stop fucking with her immediately. Don't say, oh, don't try to, negotiate and then hang out with her again. And no. As soon as you see that happen, that's a wrap. We're done. We're finished. It's over. Let's move on. You understand? But guys, if you want to call in number is 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300 is the number. So guys, call up if you want to call up. We're going to do another maybe like 15, 20 minutes and we're going to wrap it up. You feel what I'm saying? And if you have a question, put a Q in the chat and we will get to your question. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys do that and get that going. Hold on, let me see. Let's see what some of these questions are saying real quick. You said, do you remember the Little Rascals episode where Miss Crabtree asked Buttweek to use the word dictate in a sentence? What? And said Darla said my dictate good in her mouth. What? What are you talking? Are you serious? That I don't remember none of that shit, but that's hilarious. Says, what's your reason to be so respectful when she is a very bad person and want to waste your time? I would be like, we will end this here. Please get out your thoughts. So and I'm glad you asked that. Now, this is the reason why you want to be very nice to women, even when you're rejecting them, even when you don't want to see them anymore, whatever. The reason why you want to be nice to women is because women do not remember what was said, they remember how they feel. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that you want to make sure the entire situation when you're on a first date with a woman or you're interacting with women, you want to make sure that the entire vibe that you are having with her is chill, calm, collected, nice. Right? Because you don't want to, and shout out to Myron, but you don't want to be doing what Myron does on the podcast on Fresh and Fit, where he just kicks chicks out and like, fuck out of here. You don't want to do that in real life. What he's doing is for entertainment. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to kick a woman out of your house in a negative way. You kick a woman out of your house politely. You understand what I'm saying? Very politely, be very, very fucking nice, because it's the thing. If you're mean to the woman and you're giving her attitude, right? How she feels is going to dictate in a lot of cases how she may respond to you based on how she's feeling in that moment, based on what's happening in the situation, right? So if she feels upset, you understand what I'm saying? Based on how you're coming at her, that means that some women will be vindictive and try to lie on you, say you did something to her even though you didn't, and be on some bullshit. So that's why you don't want to be arguing with women, being mean to the chick. No, you want to keep the shit extremely polite and nice. Right? So when I'm saying being polite and nice, I'm not talking about being a nice guy. I'm saying you want the vibe, the interaction to be pleasant. So for example, let's say a girl comes over your house, y'all was supposed to smash, and she don't want to smash, and so she changed her mind. And now you're like, okay, I want this girl to leave because we ain't smashing, right? So what you don't want to do is that you don't want to, get an attitude, yell at her, yo, why you came over there? I thought you wanted to fuck, so why you came over here? You wasting my time, bitch, blah, 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 get the fuck out of here. Like, you don't want to have that type of energy. So she's over there. Let's say y'all were kissing or whatever, and then she's like, I just don't feel comfortable going all the way. And you say, hey, listen. That's okay. Look, I don't want you to do anything that you don't want to do. That's okay. We don't have to do any of that. Right. And then you basically say, hey, listen, you thirsty? You want some water? And she's like, oh yeah, I'll take some water. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go get you some water. And then you say, hey, listen, so since, we're not doing this and this is not, the time for it, maybe we could do this some other time. Who knows? But look, this is not the time right now. So what we'll do is I'm going to get dressed. You get dressed and I'll walk you to your car and, we'll talk later. So then y'all get dressed, you walk her to the car, you give her a big hug. Hey, listen, I'm really glad you came out. I want you to give me a text when you get home. Let me know that you got home safe. Right? So now she gets home, she got home safe, and then she texts you and lets you know that she got home safe. So now her experience with you is that you're a cool, chill motherfucker. Right? So that's how she felt leaving the situation, that you're still a cool, calm, collected, chill guy. You understand what I'm saying? And so the thing is that at that point, you already charged her to the game in your mind. You already charged her to the game in your mind. So now, so now, let's say for sake of argument, you're like, I don't want to talk to this girl anymore. So you just don't text her. And let's say a week or so goes by and she texts you, hey, what's up? What are you up to this week? I want to see you or whatever, right? Then what you could do is either leave her on red or you say, hey, it was really fun seeing you, but I just feel like me and you are just not on the same page. I don't feel that connection. But good luck. You understand? So now what happens is that even if she's upset at that, right? She still respects the fact that, hey, it is what it is. This is what's going on. Or let's say she's so upset because you're not fucking with each other anymore. And then she tries to say, oh, well, he did this to me or he did that to me. And it's like, well, listen, the text, this is why I tell you guys to text and not call. The text thread that shows your interactions. You understand what I'm saying? But always be nice. Always be nice. You understand what I'm saying? Because again, you don't want that negative energy coming back to you. If she feels like, because remember, you could literally have done nothing, but just, let her know you're not really trying to fuck with her no more. But if you did it in a mean way, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Be nice. I'm telling y'all. But let me see what some more of these questions are saying. It says, do you think she wants to talk more because she's comparing her options? So chances are she was going to flake anyway. Well, if she wants to talk, the more she wants to talk, the less attracted she is to you. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're trying to set a date up and the woman's like, oh, can we talk more before, we meet up or I decide, or I got to, I want to get to know you more before this and this and that, right? What happens is that she's saying that because she is not 100% into coming to see you, right? It's just like, for example, I'm sure you guys have had this happen before. You're on a dating app, right? And you see a girl, you've been swiping. You match with a girl and you might look at her pictures a few times. So you're looking on your phone, she got like 4 pictures and you're debating whether or not you even want to bother her. Cause she's average. She's not bad, but she's not like, what you prefer, but she's aight. So you're looking at her pictures. You're like, I don't know. Let me see, and then you're like, oh, I see she has her Instagram at the bottom. Let me check her Instagram. Let me see some more pictures. Let me see a little bit more pictures to see if she's, if she's worth even bothering. Cause right now she's aight, but I'm not like that attracted to her. So you notice you want to know more. You want to take more time because you're not highly interested. But if you match with some baddie, right? You be like, oh, hell yeah, let's meet up. Right? So it's the same thing with a woman. When a woman is highly interested, she's like, yes, I'm down. I'll meet you Friday, whenever. Let's do it. She don't got to be like, oh, well, can we talk more? I got to get to know you. No. All of that means is that she hasn't decided whether or not seeing you is worth it. And if that's the case, that means she's not highly interested. It's that simple. It's that simple. Says, I think the slightest resistance in the beginning will 100% lead to resistance later. No exceptions. Some guys might think that she will change, but the game always slaps back. Your thoughts? Yeah, well, that's what I always say. Resistance now equals future resistance. You understand what I'm saying? That's how it works. Resistance, how it is now, if she's resisting now, there's going to be resistance later. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. Says, Locario, how you feel about paying for dates? Yeah, I don't have a problem with paying for dates, but this is why you guys have to choose what the date is and not have the date based on what she says she wants. You see what I'm saying? So if you choose what the date is, that means you also choose how much you're spending. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing, is that a lot of guys, they sit there, they call the girl, so what do you like to do? And where do you like to go? And then they try to create a date around the chick. And then they attract women who don't really like them, who aren't really attracted to them, and who's going to use them for a date. So the woman's like, oh, you asking me where I want to go? Oh, well, I want to go to the most expensive restaurant. And this fool, he takes her to the most expensive restaurant because he's trying to impress her, because he's trying to fuck. You understand what I'm saying? That's what happens. It says, what if you don't want sex? You want to build and ask her to pay you on some pee shit? Come on, fam. Let's not go there. We're not, you guys are not pimps. You guys are not, no. Let's listen. If you guys want to learn how to, to get a chick who wants to actually spend money on you, go to badboymembership.com. Check out how to attract women who will give you gifts and money. You feel what I'm saying? Go there and get that shit cracking. You feel me? You understand? All right, so guys, I'm about to wrap this up because I gotta get some food. I'm fucking hungry. But guys, today's Thursday, so tomorrow, check out Friday's show with myself and Miles. Is going to be fire tomorrow at 4:15 for the Friday show. So make sure you guys do that and get that going. You feel me? Also, make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com, badboymembership.com. Also, make sure you guys go to CunninghamElements.com and MasculineIdentityMembership.com. So make sure you guys do that, and we could get that cracking. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. Man, appreciate everybody for tuning in, and I will holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Listen, ask me if I care. I promise I don't care. She told me that she got hurt in the past. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm thinking, what's up with all of that ass? I ain't tricking, bitch, don't ask me about cash. Why these hoes be telling me all they problems? I ain't saving them, ain't my fault they got them. I can't solve them and I could never stop them. All I'm concerned with is hitting the bottom. She got scarred in her life. I don't care about her life. She got scarred in her life. I don't care about her life. This girl's looking for a listening ear. Don't she notice that I really don't care? I'm a man, she should go choose the bear. I'll explain to her that life isn't fair. Why you wanna talk to me about your life? I'm just trying to hit, I don't want a wife. You lie saying you want somebody nice. He has your back, you stab his with a knife. You be wanting your friends to be men. You know you don't care about none of them. Or I should say they don't care about you. They only there cause they hoping to screw. You saying guys only want one thing. You frontin' as if you don't want flings. You want the guy with dough, you want bling. Now you wanna be a queen, you want kings. Why you trying to search for a gentleman? Do you think that's how you will get a man? You don't understand, so you won't get a man. I don't wanna talk, I am not Letterman.
She got scarred in her life, I don't care about her life. She got scarred in her life, I don't care about her life. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. She's got scarred in her life. I don't care about her life. She got scarred in her life. I